Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Hand of Fate 2. In the previous episode, we finished off the last of our companion quests, Platinuming Kolbjorn. In this episode, we are finally going to continue the story with the Justice Challenge. Let's see, well, we're going to be fighting Northerners. As a matter of fact, unless we bring any other cards, we're going to be fighting only Northerners. We're going to need precision, so with that in mind, I'm going to bring Estrella along. There is a card gambit game that Ariadne would be useful for, but I wouldn't recommend it. You're going to be more dealing with precision. Let's see, may as well bring along the Cave of Wonders. Problem with these cards is that you're most likely not going to see most of them. That is if you go for a platinum run. Let's see, Bitter Winter, that's usually trading food on the off chance you'll get more food later on. Fame and Shame, that's for gaining fame. Fate's Dealings. No, that's for revisiting cards you've already gone through. Gaining a bit of gold, may as well. Holy Relic could be good as well. Helpful Priest is good for getting blessings, but we don't really need that here. Soothsayer, why not? Let's see. Toshers, sure. Still not going to do that ever. I'm going to bring along the Maiden, because in this one, you're going to need a lot of food. And I hope that we find her within the small area that we're going to be exploring. Let's see. No. Why not? And Distressed Damsel can be good.
That card is one of your favorites. I don't see the appeal.
I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites, but it definitely gives me a lot of food. Let's see. Why not? That's not going to be all that useful. No. Yeah, why not? Well, actually, no. I'll take this in the hopes of getting food. As for equipment, I just recommend anything that can help you with Northerners. Scorched Blade, Winter's Bane, Suit of Ice could be good. Actually, in terms of armor, I think I'll take the Imperial armor just because it can help you out with the cards. Though chances of us getting that are rather slim. I'll toss in Kubarak's Graze just because I know Gaze, cause I can't talk today. Because I know it will help me with Northerners, again, if I can get it. See, Dazzling Blade's always useful to deal with the Trappers. Cardinal Blade can be good. Let's see, Shields. I believe Nazgar's Reckoning helps with Northerners. Artifacts. Yeah, why not? Bring along Lion's Heart. And I suppose Decius Charm could be good. Oh wait, never mind. Reached my platinum limit. Blinding Brew? Why not? And for supplies, I'm going to want to bring along food, because that's always good to have. Let's see. Fate's Path isn't going to do me any good, neither is the Merchant's Ring, because I believe there's always a merchant below the fort. So I'll take the Buckler and the Fine Sword. Just to give me a nice boost at first. Alright, with that, let's get started.
The people in our lives have much to teach us. In your case, each one is a lesson to be learned. With their aid, you can discover the truth that lies at the center of this web. Allies and enemies, friends and foes, the Empire has been all of those things to you, yet ultimately, the Emperor lays dead by your hand.
Dude, spoilers! Oh, by the way, before I forget, I'd like you guys to go into the description below, click the straw poll link, and vote on our next Let's Play. So far, we've only gotten one vote, and if that's all we have by the end of this, well, that's the game I'm gonna play. The heroic Imperial General, Roldan the Fierce, has disappeared in the northern mountains during a diplomatic mission. The company has been sent to search for Roldan and his entourage. You have been enlisted as a scout for the group. given your experience with dealing with the Northerners. You head off to catch up to the reinforcements who have established a small camp just outside of Empire territory. Yeah, see all those mountain cards? They're impassable. Well, most of them are impassable. You are brought to the commander of the fort, Calius Pompeius Trenico. His large bulk is ill at ease with the thin mountain air, and he pauses only briefly to address you. Mercenary, we need supplies of wood and stone. Go out and find what you can for us. I'm not taking another step in these dreadful mountains until we've established a proper defense. Commander roars to his lieutenant as he hurries back to his tent. Roldan's recklessness led to his downfall, and I'll not repeat his mistake. A squad of soldiers makes ready to accompany you into the wilderness. The men are led by Captain Alpus, who seems far too young for his gloomy countenance. I hope you know your way around these mountains, he mutters as you leave the fort together. Yes, the whole thing about this is that we need to gather resources in order to build up the fort, among other things. And the resources are wood and stone, and technically soldiers, but that's another matter. Now, I have played through this. I have calculated it. We need 430 wood and 79 stone in total for everything, not just the fort.
The study of wood is the study of steel. For without the ability to cut, our tools are nothing.
Right. The ancient path up the mountain leads through light woodlands. 100 wood remains at this location to be harvested. Now, you're going to want to try and get the huge success on this.
The pendulum swings like a scythe, bearing hope or failure.
Getting the huge success gets you 50 food. Or 50 wood. Yeah, I wish it got you 50 food. You pass a messenger on the road who gives warning of Northerner raiding parties in the area. They may already know we are here, Captain Alpus warns. We should try to avoid facing them directly while we establish our defense. Yeah, you're going to want to avoid those Northerner tokens. Yeah, you can fight them, but... well... I wouldn't recommend it. Now, those Northerners will continue to make their way towards the fort. When they reach it, they will attack, and you will lose some soldiers from the fort. You have a total of 1,000.
That will set you in good stead from here.
You have a total of 1,000, including the 20 that you bring with you. Now, in order to get the golden token, you need to have 400 soldiers remaining by the time you finish building the defenses. If you don't, then you're not getting the golden. Now, we have looted all of the wood from there, and I know where the other wood is. It's right here. Dense, difficult, but it's infinite. Commander Tremico makes a cursory inspection of the wagon of wood on your return. Good work, men, he commends the troops who accompanied you before quickly retreating to his tent. His lieutenant remarks, keep searching the hills. We will need stone as well. You may visit the mess tent for supplies so long as you remain useful to us. And someone get this mercenary some decent equipment, he roars, heading back to his tent. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for the Imperial armor, but the Mask of Holy Fortunes is just as good if I can get the fame for it. Yikes. Now, what he said is true. You can visit the mess tent to get some food, but only if you have less than 5 food. Now we can expect the defenses. You find Captain Alpus looking over the digging of a ditch around the outskirts of the camp. Commander Tremico has ordered us to fortify this base camp before he sends us into the mountains to find Roldan. At least we might last a little longer here than exposed on the mountain trails, he considers darkly, gazing up to the mountains. Let me show you what we have planned, he says, turning back to the task at hand. Now then, you are going to want some wood left over. Do not get the palisades yet. You're going to need, I believe, about 30 wood left over, so get the ballista instead. Now, this is not an immediate build. It will take time for these soldiers to build it. But we need at least 30 wood for something special that will make the fort, or make getting resources so much easier and increase our chances of getting the golden token. So, we're going to leave with Captain Alphys on another gathering mission.
You have far more pride than the usurper ever did, but you reach far further than he did. Curious.
A noxious smell alerts you to an oncoming group of Toshers, led by a short, stumpy woman with an eye patch. Eye Patch Eve, they call her, and although they dress in greasy drabs, her fingers are adorned with exquisite rings and their pockets are deep with gold. Look at this princess. I bet they've never done a day's dirty work. What do you say, fancy eking out a bit of coin? Tide's coming. Better get in there quick, princess. Let's see, as you and the Toshers come splashing down and your boots soak up the muck, you feel something at the bottom of the putrid subterranean river. Sweet. You plunge your hand into the rancid water to pull it out. Come on, I know I can do this.
Back to the bones. I hope you have learned to be their master.
Bingo! Just barely.
Victory. You are learning.
You fish out the trinket, doubtful it's worth such torment. Oh, it is.
You lack prominence to use this weapon. Gain more fame.
Sewer walls tremble. Time to surface, she shouts as the Toshers lift themselves out of the gutter. They pull you out just as the tunnel floods. Oh, by the way, one thing I forgot to mention about how they move. They move whenever you move over an uncompleted encounter. Now, there are certain special encounters on this map, as we are about to encounter, that will never count as completed, so they will move every time you move across it. Same thing when you stop to gather resources.
Through the rivers and hope to be washed clean, yet here we are.
Now here's the special thing I'm talking about.
The game is a bridge between this world and the next, reaching forward into the nothing beyond.
While scouting the mountain ranges, you come across a deep ravine. Captain Alphys surveys the cliffside. We could build a bridge here. It could give us an edge over those barbarians if they think this path's impossible. Oh, believe me, it will. But we need at least 4 stone and, ooh, only 10 soldiers for this. Interesting. Last time I played it still required 20 soldiers. Yeah, unfortunately they get a double move because of that.
Can you reach the end of this challenge before you starve to death? Time will tell.
And so will this challenge. Nope. Why, thank you. Now, if you're being so kind, give me all your gold. Yeah. Just a 5 of greed? I can handle that. Now, I'm really hoping I get food and not gold from this. Granted, I could buy some things with the gold, but still, I'd much rather have food. Yeah, in all honesty, the only difference I see in her appearance is that blunderbuss. Estrella has traded her high rank, allies, and family for a hanging by high treason, a life on the run, and the possibility of a better world. Her pistol does much more damage. I just don't get the inconsistencies. And not a scratch on us, not unless I missed something. Nope, not a scratch. Oh, come on, I need some food. Yes. Perfect.
Stone will be key to your success.
You stumble upon a deserted quarry set to the side of the mountains. Discarded tools and wooden carts litter the area. We could use this stone, Captain Alpus declares. Not many of the tools here are usable, but we could get all the stones we need for the fort with some hard work. I believe it's this one? Yes, a huge success. The men are highly motivated, working the stone quickly and efficiently. You may continue to harvest here as long as you have food and soldiers. Yeah, that's what I intend to do. Although, I could go for the bridge, let that build while I collect more stone. I would have to return to the fort in order to collect some more soldiers to help, because the more soldiers you have, the more resources you get. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Build a bridge. We are going to have to deal with this attack, but it will get us some fame for doing so. Now, one thing that you don't see here is that whenever you enter the fort, if you are not at maximum health, they will heal you. And now, unfortunately, we don't have the wood, and we won't have the wood for a while. At least until that bridge is built.
Can you hold against such savages? And for how long?
Fort is under attack. You rush to confront the raiders as the soldiers mobilize. Now, unless they have patched this out, you being here does not have much of an effect on how many soldiers they lose. You will still lose some soldiers. 9 soldiers advance with you, eager for battle. Now, the thing about these fights is that they will get more and more difficult as time goes on.
Fight for honor.
Yeah, for now, it's just a bunch of berserkers and regular soldiers, but eventually you're gonna start dealing with shamans and the like. Ah, they're damn slow. So nice to have those guys on my side for once. Makes it so much easier.
Show your worth through action.
And I finally have enough for the Scorched Blade. Not enough for the mask, but hey, 8 Northerners were killed, 0 Empire soldiers lost. Huh. Survived the initial skirmish. Yeah, still lose some soldiers. Not sure if that's a glitch or if that was intentional, who knows. Alright, let's gather some more stone. Ouch, the worst possible one I could have got. Sudden rockfall sends stone crashing down upon the men. 2 soldiers are injured or killed and work is halted. That's 2 less soldiers for us. But at least there isn't a huge failure this time. Really? Oh, I lost the mask, so it doesn't even matter. At least it wasn't the sword that I just got access to. Every time? Well, that was something new I hadn't encountered yet. But we still need more stone, unfortunately. Maybe this time I can get a success? Thank you. Fortunately, we're only going to get 10 stone from it because we only have 10 soldiers. Now, as you noticed, that token is not moving along the long route. That is a special one. This one, finally, we're doing good. Alright, I'm gonna gather one last time, and then I'm gonna start heading back to the fort. This one? Nope. Yes, yes, news from the fort, I know. Oh, by the way, one thing I forgot to mention. You can go into your campfire.
Moment of peace in these northern winters.
And you can see whether or not they're complete. You can also wait a while, which will make the northerner counters move, but it will also continue the movement, or continue the building of anything. Nah, I'm headed back to the fort to regain some soldiers and help. And some food. You enter a tent filled with the unpleasant aroma of hardy soldiers and unidentifiable food. While securing supplies for your next trek into the wilderness, you overhear soldiers talking. I speared 2 of those savages with a single ballista shot yesterday. Uh-huh. Oof. If I were to move now, ooh, then that guy would be on top of us. Now, you can, at least in the preview builds, hide from them. So, I'm going to try that.
This is a force too large for you to handle on your own. Let them pass.
Let's hide in the thick foliage. Now, bear in mind, every time you do this, that target number gets higher. Ooh, I was worried there for a minute. You and the Imperial soldiers span out among the thick bushes and trees. After a tense few minutes, you realize you managed to avoid detection. Cross the bridge. Cold winds howl around you, but the bridge holds firm. Yeah, you need this bridge if you are going to get the golden token. Town crier announces the Empire seeks mercenaries. Oh, perfect. I can get some food. But I think I'll switch over to the Villager's Axe for that.
On my mark.
That is not the direction I told you to dodge roll. Well, that could have gone a lot better, but I do have a means of full healing at my disposal for free. but I would like to get some of that wood first. Fearful of your wrath, the rest of the soldiers retreat. You spot a peasant woman with a child hiding behind some barrels. You lead them past the wall, past gatekeepers who look pointedly in the other direction. Bless your heart, she says, holding back tears. Please accept this token of our appreciation. Oh, accept it? I will. You receive news of the Northerner raid. Messenger pauses to talk further with Captain Alpus. As the messenger leave, Alpus turns to you. Apparently we took some prisoners in the last attack, he says. They had little useful information, but claim to have traveled through the eastern mountains via a tunnel that emerges near an old quarry. We should investigate next time we have the chance. Yes, well, I'd like to gather up some wood before we do that, because the dense forest is right here.
Old woods and old secrets dwell here.
Now, there are two different types of pendulums you can get here. One that you want to be very quick on, and one that you want to be patient on. This is the quick one. I managed to get 50 wood. Nice. Should be enough for the tunnel, but I'd like to heal up first. Now, thankfully, the Northerners never used the bridge, so we're safe there. Now, if we get a success on this, we should uncover the tunnel. While gathering stone, the soldiers stumble upon a tunnel entrance. This tunnel system may lead all the way through to the other side of the mountains, Captain Alpus remarks. Tell me we're still good, and we've gotten all the stone that we're going to need, and then some.
A hidden passage. Perhaps you can make it harder for the Northerners to progress.
That's what I intend to do. You approach the tunnel entrance. Captain Alpus sent some men to explore it. One old Imperial map had a Greyfell tunnel listed, but I had no idea that it still existed. Hours later, they return and report. It leads through to the other side of the mountains. There's clear evidence that the Northerners have used this path for years. Is it the only way? Is this the only way out on this side? We can't be completely sure, but it looks like it. Alpus turns to you, saying, we could fortify the entrance on this side, make the tunnel even smaller. Then even a small garrison could hold the pass. It would force those barbarians to take a different path. Yeah, let's fortify it. Captain Alpus sends his men to work. I'll meet you back at the fort. Yes, with that fortified, the Northerners can no longer use that pass to get to the fort, which means they only have one means of attack. Oh, and the quarry is no longer useful. See, when they try to pass through, they're going to get stopped. Oops, wrong button. You pass a messenger on the road who pauses to give you an update from the tunnel garrison. A band of Northerners tried passing through Greyfell Tunnel. They couldn't breach the defenses and turned back. Alright, let's keep gathering wood. Let's see, we've spent 90, 20... We need 340 wood. Ah, this is the one you want to wait on. I think. Yeah, it is. No, I don't want to retry the pendulum. I'm good with just a regular success on this one.
Nicely timed.
That huge is way too tiny. Yes, this does mean it'll take longer for us to gather more wood, but it's better than failing outright. Yeah, 742 remain. Well, here's the thing that I'm glad that they did. As you build more defenses, you will lose less soldiers when you get attacked. Oh well. I'm good with just a success.
Breathe. You have done well.
But unfortunately, folks, we are out of time for this episode, so looks like this will have to be a two-parter. So, before we end off, I'd like to remind you guys to please go into the description, click the straw poll link, and vote on what our next Let's Play should be. Other than that, if you like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.